Hi there, welcome to my channel. Hope you're doing well. Now, I know from the title it seems like a little bit strange. It's a weird thing to say, and I promise I'm a good parent. But I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks on how to leave your baby at home. As I said, I know it sounds weird, but keep watching if you want to hear what I mean by that. So I can only speak on my experiences because it's obvious. But when Carter was first born, I feel like the first little while of my life was just survival mode. I was telling Dan and my sister the other day, I'm like, I cannot remember. I feel like my mind blocked out the first couple months. I'm like, I can't remember what the routine was. I don't know. I can't remember anything, and I feel like that's by design. But it came to a time where I'm like, I really need to do something for myself. I really need to go out and see my friends, go out to dinner, get dressed up, look cute, not be dressed in puke all day long. I know it was really hard for me to get to a point where I felt comfortable doing that, but I think it's one of those things where you just have to rip off the band-aid. So these are some of the things that I made sure to have in order for me to go out and feel comfortable and actually enjoy my time outside, not having to worry about, is he okay? Are they doing well together? Like, what is happening? Just so I could have some peace of mind. So for the first thing that really, this is whether you're leaving your child or just living life, have a routine. I used to track my breastfeeding, how often he did it on Huckleberry. So when I first started going out, it was just, going out for dinner, going out for a drive to go get Starbucks or something, just to go out for a certain amount of time, because since he was breastfeeding, didn't really like bottles. I had about a 3-hour window. So I'd feed him and leave. That is something I established from the beginning in order to be able to have the freedom to be able to go out. When you have the routine, the child gets used to it. So even when you're gone, if you still do the same things that you do with mommy or daddy, then it's not so bad if someone else came and did it. Having that set up makes it so much easier for the person who's coming to watch your child for you to be able to have a more peaceful time. Obviously, maybe in the beginning it might be a bit of an adjustment, not having mom or dad around or whoever is home usually most of the time. But being able to have those consistencies, I feel like makes it so much easier for the child and the caretaker. Second thing, and is probably the most important thing, make sure you're leaving them with someone that you trust. Someone that you know will run in front of a drain for this child. I can speak for myself. I know it sounds like a bit dramatic, but that's your baby. Like, you're not gonna leave them with some person that you're like, not really sure if something bad happened that they would come through. No, you need to be confident that the person that you're leaving your child with is like 100%, 130, 1,000,000% going to be there for your kid regardless. That for me is what gives me the peace, knowing that my child is okay. If I'm able to leave my kid with anyone and I know for a fact that he's in the best hands, then I have such a peaceful time. To me, I don't know, obviously everyone's different, but to me there's no point of going out if you're not going to actually enjoy yourself when you're out there. You're leaving the house for a reason. You're getting refreshed, re-energized, your battery's getting filled again. Like, you want to go out and enjoy yourself. So having someone at home who is going to care for your kid and that you trust 1,000,000% with your child, that's going to give you that peace of mind, that knowing, yeah, I'm out, but my kid's safe. My kid's good, my kid's happy. Number 3 is a very big one, mom guilt. It's just when you feel like, oh, I shouldn't be leaving my child at home to go and enjoy myself and do other things. I should be with my kid always. I understand that and I respect that, and I get that sometimes too when I go out. I get that all the time when I go out. I want to say that, you know what, it's okay to feel that way. It's not something I don't think will ever go away, because like, your child is your baby for life. But it's one of those things where you're just gonna be like, it's okay, you know what? I'm gone. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing anything that's harming my child. I'm not doing anything that's hurting them. I'm just going out to have dinner with my girls. I'm just going out on a date with my husband. I'm just going out to, I don't know, I'm going out on a weekend away with the girls. You just need to be able to get to that point where you know that regardless of how hard it may be in how crappy you might feel, you're not a bad mom. You're not a bad parent. For me, actually, like, you are making it better for yourself and your child and whoever who lives with you, your partner or whoever was living with you. You're refueling yourself. And that ties into my next point of, yes, you're benefiting from going out, but yes, like, your child is also benefiting from you doing something for yourself. Your spouse is benefiting. Your partner is benefiting. Listen, when I say these things, I'm talking about me. So obviously everyone's different. But for me, when my battery is going low, I shut down. I become very impatient. I am not the greatest person to be around. It's a hostile environment. Like, I feel like it's just like I'm just constantly on edge and I can feel it. Or I go the other way and I become very low, almost depressed. Like, that's the state that I get in, and it's really draining of my energy, and it honestly really does affect everyone around me. So being able to just go out and do something for yourself, taking care of yourself, it helps you and everyone around you as well. The last thing is just take it slow. You can start by going out for a drive or a walk by yourself or with friends or whatever you choose to do, to going out for a dinner, brunch, maybe a weekend away, maybe a week away. It's a process and you have to be patient with yourself and you have to be intentional about it though. Know that what you're doing is not bad or harmful or selfish either. So for me, dinners weren't a big problem because I also used to time it for when he's in bed or after I give him his last feed, then I would go out. But the first time I actually went away from him, he was 10 months old. He was still breastfeeding. Oh, so that made me a little nervous because he didn't like the bottle very much. But thankfully he was eating, so I wasn't gonna leave my child to starve. He was eating like food and stuff, so that was good. But still, my baby, he was still so little. We started by going out to Toronto, and then we ended up flying to Costa Rica. This is about a year ago now, actually, and I remember leaving the house, I was at peace. I'm leaving him with his grandmother and his aunt, and like those two were amazing together. So I had that peace that they were good. I knew that he was in such amazing hands. I remember being in the car and then I started getting like a little dizzy and I was like, okay. So I was taking deep breaths. My sister was driving me. And by the time I got to the airport, I was full on like shaking, like dizzy. I feel like I was having like either a panic or anxiety attack. I don't know what was happening. And it was my first time I ever experienced that. And it was scary. And I was like, my body does not want to leave my child. My brain, like, it was just like, what is happening? Thankfully on that flight I met a girl and she was chatting it up the whole time and she took my mind off of it. I'm so grateful for you. This is to show that it's not easy. Like, it's not easy leaving your baby. That's your heart that you're leaving behind. But I had a really wonderful time. I hadn't been away as just me and my husband, just having fun. Like, it hadn't happened in such a long time, and that really re-energized me. So when I came back, I was ready for it. Obviously now he's older, and it's funny because I'm finding a little bit harder now to leave him for a long period of time because he's more aware, but it's something that I have to take my own advice and implement it in my life because I know for myself that I really do benefit from being Anne. Going out, being with friends, getting my nails done, and just like living life and just enjoying it because to me it's important. So just to summarize everything that I said, because I feel like I've been talking forever, set routines up for your children. That will make it so much easier when you're gone so they can at least have that familiarity. Leave them only with someone that you wholeheartedly trust. Whether it's family or friends or babysitters, like, do your due diligence because you're leaving your child. That's your heart you're leaving behind. So you want to make sure that they're in wonderful hands. Know that it's okay to feel bad. Know that mom guilt is perfectly normal, but don't let that control you. Don't let that control you. I know it's harder said than done sometimes. I had a full-on panic attack or anxiety attack, so trust me, I know how hard it is sometimes. And especially when you're coming from a good place, you're just wanting to go out and have fun. Does not make you a bad parent at all. At all. Take it slow, start small, and also know that it's benefiting not only you, but everyone else around you. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment if you have any more advice that you'd give to other parents out there. And don't forget to subscribe. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm channeling my inner Dan. Subscribe, like, share, and I will see you guys in the next video.